Hi, I'm Laura McHarrie at The Hidden Edge with another tea break tip on how to use business models and tools to help you manage your growing business. Today we're looking at Clutterbuck's mentoring quadrangle and Grow's matching model, both really useful for including in a formal mentoring program in your business training plans. David Clutterbuck said that pretty much anyone can be a mentor who has the experience which will be valuable to someone else in your organization. In most cases, formal mentoring takes place outside of the immediate line management. So let's have a look at what Clutterbuck suggests. Why outside the line management? After all, why can't I mentor those who report to me? And the answer is, of course, yes, you can, and you will do, because there will be certain styles of people that you're working with where mentoring works best. But formal mentoring relationships where two people have to work so closely together are often fraught with problems. So it's worth bearing in mind that there are normally 4 key parties to a formal mentoring relationship: the protege or the mentee, the mentor, the line manager, and the training department or whoever organises the training to take place. That could be an outside company. The mentor has to be very sensitive to the needs of the line manager, who can easily feel threatened by the relationship between the mentor and the mentee. The sorts of programs that you might put in place, even as a small business, could be graduate recruits, apprenticeships. There might be something along the lines of succession planning for aspiring managers, and possibly disadvantaged groups. The concept of mentoring appeals because it makes use of existing networks and resources, and it also helps the development of managerial talent inside the business itself, where it really belongs. It's particularly efficient development tool because both the mentor and the mentee learn. So thought needs to be given to the training and development of mentors, their skills, and the stages of the mentee's development. And this is where we look at Grow's exercise. Now, this exercise is based on Hertzi and Blanchard's work in situational leadership. And it's been translated by Gerald Grow into the education setting. Its basic principle is that teaching is situational, and the style of teaching needs to be matched to the learner's ability and motivation at this time. And so in this instance, we're turning the learning into the mentoring aspect. So the purpose of this model is to help you identify where your current learners are in terms of self-directedness, to match your educational activities and sessions to that level, and 3, to facilitate the mentee's progression to the next level. Good mentoring does 2 things. It matches the student's stage of self-direction, and it empowers the student to progress towards greater self-direction. This is a model, it's not a law, as Gerard Grow says. You must treat it as a tool to dig with. So at stage 1, the learners are dependent. It's a good thing about these learners is that they are systematic, thorough, and disciplined. Being a dependent learner is not a defect. There's nothing inherently wrong or demeaning or destructive in having a dependent relationship. Teaching the style of teaching is only bad when it is applied to the wrong learners and used as perpetual dependency. So this is the teaching style T1, the authority or expert. And actually it's quite important for people to go back to basics sometimes. So the style of the learner, the stage of the learner and the teacher's style in S1 and T1 match. At stage 2, the learners are interested or interestable. These are what most teachers call good students. And the stage 2 teacher, the one who motivates and sells, brings enthusiasm and motivation, sweeps the learner along with excitement of learning. And the mentor will persuade, explain, using a directive but highly supportive approach that reinforces the learner's willingness and enthusiasm. Stage 3 learners, these will have a skill and knowledge, and they will see themselves as participants in their own education. The teacher who comes closest at this stage to being a participant in the learning experience. The mentor and the mentee sharing the decision making, with the mentees taking an increasing role in what is learnt. The teacher or the mentor concentrates on facilitating and communicating. The stage 4 learners are self-directed learners, and they set their own goals and own standards without help from the experts. The most mature stage 4 learners can learn from any kind of teacher, but most stage 4 learners thrive in an atmosphere of autonomy, hence the delegator position. Now, as you can see from this model, the table is there to help you match your style according to the trainee's level of self-direction to ultimately allow you to move them to the next stage. So, for example, a stage 2 mentee could be paired with a type 2 teacher for an exact match. But you will notice that pairing a mentor from either side, one step up or one step below, will create near matches too. The big problem occurs is when you extend this beyond where you get significant mismatches and therefore ineffective learning. And this causes a problem with the relationship between the mentor and mentee. And this, of course, is really important as part of the learning process. So there you go, you have a simple explanation on how to use Clutterbuck's and Grows models for mentoring. Have a go. You can request the templates from the Hidden Edge website. Do share your stories there too. I'm building a portfolio of small business case studies and would love to include examples of what's worked for you now or in the past. So that's it from me, a cup of tea ready to drink, and until next time, au revoir.